they ain't gonna like me anyway. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to my show, Trucking with LoShawn Parks. Yeah. We in here. See the chat is up, working, popping, working fine. Mic check. Everything good? Because last time I came on here, I tried to do this. My mic wasn't working. And my wife screamed from heavens above to let me know that it wasn't working. So while y'all let me know in the comment section down there in the chat, we're going to bring in our intro. Let's go.
Major show alert! You're now locked in to Trucking with LoShawn Parks podcast show. Come on, tell them about all the places you've gone to. Breaking down the trucking industry from entrepreneurship, fleet building, and money management.
I got a hustler spirit, I get it.
Whether you a new CDL driver or a veteran who's been doing it for years.
Took it to another level.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
Bring them out.
Now here's your host, LoShawn Parks.
Ride with us.
Let's go.
Yeah, we in here. Fresh. Once again, round of applause to y'all for being here with me. Appreciate it. Much love. So while people are still gathering themselves in here, I know it's late. All right, I know it's late. It's like almost 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I normally like to be on here if I'm gonna do anything as far as a video on YouTube and Facebook. I like to try to do it around 6, 7 o'clock-ish. Didn't plan out that way, or didn't happen that way because I had some things to attend to. All right, so I do apologize for the late night. But for those that will watch back on the replay, I appreciate that. If you're new around here, make sure that you do me a solid. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Because sharing is caring, and I truly do appreciate that. All right, so what I want to open up with here real quick. Oh, I forgot to also got my little button over here. I forgot to tell y'all this.
Hello, motherfucker.
I forgot to tell y'all that in the opening. That's what I was supposed to come in with my opening as. So I apologize. I'm a little still getting my whole shit together. It's okay. It's coming together, and it's going to be trial and error, and we're going to roll with the punches as it happens. All right. So that's how I like to rock anyway with that when it comes to this shit. But anyway, so the title today is Come One, Come All, and we're going to give some more detail to the positions that I have available here at Parks Motor Group Inc. Now, I've posted on Instagram, posted on my Facebook, also posted in the community section of YouTube to let people know that we are taking solo drivers and teams at the moment in time. Last video, I kind of explained, I think last video I went off on kind of somewhat of a rant. Last show I went off on a rant explaining how the driver that I had super glued the GPS and the phone mount to the dashboard. All right. Needless to say, people may want to update on that. Things are still in the works. So it's not going to be something that's going to go wayside. It's still in the works, and we're still pursuing what we said we were going to pursue in the rant video that I spoke about it in. So I want to tell you guys more in detail now because this week we've been working endlessly on getting the proper structure on how we want to do this now, considering that we're taking on a different venture. And not to say that we don't have, because some people believe that we don't still deal with UPS freight, and we still do. We still have trucks on with UPS freight. It's just that we are, what I speak about to my clients that deal with me with the sports thing, we are diversifying in the industry now. So we're putting trucks at different places and checking out different markets and trying different things. So all it is diversifying and getting better. We have gone now from 8 trucks to we are now going to be at 11. Okay, so some people think that I'm hiring because it's all bad over there at Parks Motor Group. What's happening? I thought it was all good. From what I've heard is these allegations or assumptions, shall I say, and it ain't that it's bad. It's that we're growing. Okay, so more units, we need more drivers, right? And not to mention with the different venture that we're trying, we've gone back to doing W-2, okay, opposed to having 1099 contractors and also having lease operators. All right. Some of you guys have missed that train if you were trying to come to me to do leasing, because we no longer offer that at this moment in time. Well, I'm not even going to say this moment in time because I'd be lying to y'all. We ain't offering it no more, ever. We've had our hand in it with trying to lease to other people and give them the opportunity, and it just is, it's more bad than good, okay? And it's not bad to the point where we can't handle it. But at the end of the day, as a business, you have to move things around to fix your profitability margin, right? And it's not to say that the profitability margin that we have right now, we're dealing with the lease, we're having, lease operators or lease contractors, isn't decent. But at the same time, you always want to try to scale and scale up. And you want to do what's best for the company as a whole and for, drivers in the whole as well. So that's what we are over here doing, is we're just scaling up. And if people are here to scale with us, then that's great. If not, then we understand. All right. The positions that I offer, I understand is not for everybody. All right. I'm not out here trying to advertise for everybody to come do it, or to tell everybody like, hey, you're a fool if you don't do this, or come join us because such and such and such. Oops. Let me plug this in. 1 second, y'all. My laptop right here in front of me just told me that it's trying to die out on me. I thought I had it plugged in. 1 second. 1 second. We'll get back to the conversation. Ooh, it's right here under my foot too. Damn. All right, now I got it. On the laptop. There we go. And plug in. All right. So cool. We good to go. I got to get it. I got to holler at my engineers about not having my whole shit set up right. But we understand that the position is not for everybody, but it is for people that are looking to make some good money. Okay. Once again, I will go over here a little bit more in detail what the positions that we are offering. And then we will go into, if you guys have questions down in the chat section, I will pull your question forward and then we can discuss it, or I'll go over your question. All right. But what we're offering is a W-2 position. At one point in time, we were thinking about offering it as W-2 or 1099. But after speaking with our financial accountant and speaking with our back office HR department that helps us with legalization and stuff of that nature, they suggested just to not even do the 1099 portion. So we're not even going to even offer the 1099 portion. So if you're looking for a 1099 position where basically somebody takes care of all the expenses, that's not going to be us. We don't offer 1099 any longer unless you're an independent contractor. So for instance, the independent contractors that are still pulling the UPS stuff and that are already grandfathered in, that are doing a lease with us right now, they'll be grandfathered in to where they can continue doing their lease until they decide that they don't want to do their lease no more. Or if they decide to leave, then that's when it won't no longer be available. All right. At the present time, we are giving our lease operators or our drivers over here right now the option to choose if they want to do this new venture and become W-2, or if they want to stay doing what they're doing, they can remain 1099. And then we have another venture that we have going on as well, where they can still be a 1099 contractor and they will get 80% of the revenue, and they still will be responsible for their fuel and responsible for their insurance payment on this, along with the truck payment. But they have options, okay? But for new people that's coming in, there is no additional option outside of W-2 as a company driver with us. So with that being said, what this position entails is that if you're a solo driver, we'll start out with solo, and then we will go into team, and then we will just give the generalization. I'll just give the generalization of the incentives and bonuses and things that we offer for whether you're a solo position or you're a team, okay? Because they still both remain the same as far as incentives go for either a team or solo. So for solo driver, if you have 1 year of experience and you don't have a hazmat, you will make $1,700 a week salary. Okay. If you have a hazmat, you will make $2,000 a week salary with the hazmat. All right. The trucks, people may ask, are going to range from 2017 all the way up to current. All right. 2021, 2022s. All right. Everything that we utilize is Freightliner brand. So we do have 2 Western Stars, and I'm not a huge fan of Western Stars any longer. I used to be, I used to look at the Western Stars as going to be the flagship truck for my company. But the more that I was inside of a Western Star, and I drove one, and I don't know. I don't feel them that much, because I feel like they're nice on the inside, but it's too much of like coffin style to me. If any of you guys know what I'm talking about when I say like coffin style sleep, it's just not enough room compared to the Cascadias where it's open and it's just more spacious and more roomy. But we do have 2 Western Stars, which both of them are actually occupied anyway, so they're not available. But we will have 2020 or 2017, like I said, through 2022 Freightliner Cascadias available. All right. So I know that's really big for some people as far as equipment goes. Now, a question I get a lot of is, hey, Lo, what is the speed of these trucks? As if speed matters. It shouldn't matter when you're a company driver. I'm just saying, because you don't pay for the fuel. You get paid a salary. What difference does the speed matter? And then another thing with me is, if you ask me how fast the truck goes, it's like a red flag to me immediately, because once again, that shouldn't be your concern, is how fast the truck goes. Your concern should be, how much am I making, either a cent per mile or salary for like what we got going on. But the speed of the truck shouldn't matter, right? Especially when you're not the one who's paying for the fuel. But to answer that question, our trucks do 65 miles cruise and 68 on the pedal. All right. And the pedal portion is because we don't want you to be racing for 5 miles down the road with somebody that has 65 set for cruise and pedal. So, kind of like when you're making that pass, you have 3 more miles per hour that you can, get past that person, hop back in the lane, and set your cruise back to 65 where you're comfortable at, and get good fuel economy. Because at the end of the day, we are responsible for the fuel bill. So it is in our best interest to make sure that we keep that cost as low as possible, considering that it is one of the largest, if not largest, expenses to a company. Or if you guys are owner operators, you guys understand that fuel is the largest expense that you have. So, and it is an expense that is in your control, right? You can control how the fuel is spent. So there you have it with that, for those that will ask me about that. Another popular question that we're getting is people asking, are we offering benefits? We are working on a benefit package right now with our payroll service to provide benefits, also 401k, also retirement, some additional like things that you guys can buy into. Now, it is not funded by us. Okay. So as far as the health benefits go, it is 100% employee pays into. We don't pay into it, but we do have that option there for those that are looking for health care or health insurance, and also looking for some type of place where they can put some money into retirement or 401k. All right. Maybe down the line in the future, we will do some type of match option up to a certain percentage, but that, as it stands of right now, we don't offer that to this day. Okay. Also, my wife is down there in the chat. Y'all see her, Shay Parks. She is my HR person who handles the back office, everything back office for Parks Motor Group. So if you guys do have questions that you just can't pin right now and you need an answer for it, feel free to hit the chat, and my wife will be glad to assist you with getting you that information if it's something that she's able to answer for you. All right, let's keep on moving on. So we understand what the pay is for the solo drivers. Now it's time to reveal the pay for teams. Teams make $2,200 per driver a week if you don't have a hazmat. Now here's the deal with this. If one of you guys have hazmat and the other one doesn't have hazmat, then you guys qualify as the team that does not have hazmat. Okay, it can't be that one person has it and the other one doesn't, and that you qualify to pull hazmat loads, because that's not how it works. Both of you have to have a hazmat in order to pull hazmat loads. Okay. With that being said, if both of you do have a hazmat, then you both will receive $2,500 a piece a week salary with hazmat. Okay, $2,500 a piece each driver a week with hazmat. $2,200 a piece each week if the truck doesn't have completed hazmat. All right, as I just said, if it's broken up. So I think that that's a pretty good deal. I'm not seeing too many. Well, I'm not going to say I haven't seen. I've seen a couple. I went on social media, been on Facebook, and I've seen in a couple other trucking groups where some people now are starting to actually pay these type of wages. But the only difference in them paying these type of wages and us paying these wages is that we're W-2, so you don't have to worry about the taxes on it, whereas those are 1099 and you do have to worry about the taxes on it. Now, not saying that if you take a 1099 position that you can't handle your taxes, okay? I know that is a big issue in the trucking space today is, if you do a 1099, can you, will you be charged out the ass for taxes? And I would just tell you, if it all boils down to this, if you're good with money management and you're good with handling your money and putting up your money for taxes, then you shouldn't have a problem. But if you know that you have piss poor money management skills, then I would not advise that you take on a 1099 position, because at the end of the year, it will catch you. Okay. And a lot of people think that as a 1099, you have a lot of stuff to write off. Do you? Do you? I mean, if you're a 1099 and you're working for a person that's taking on the truck payment, the truck is theirs. Taking on the fuel bill, the fuel is theirs. All that stuff is theirs. At the end of the year, what do you technically have to write off? Per diem? So the only thing you're going to save on that is about somewhere between $16,000 to $18,000 on a write-off there. And then what, like the clothing that you buy? And then after that, what else? You can't write off the big expenses, right? To bring you into a different tax bracket. So you still going to be taxed, substantially high. And it's not saying that you can't make that happen. It's just that you have to have the discipline and awareness to know, like, hey, I need to pull back anywhere between 25 to 30% of what I'm making off this 1099 and put it off into a savings account for taxes. And either you can pay into your taxes quarterly or you can pay into it yearly. It just depends on how you want to look at it. All right. If you don't pay into it quarterly, I do know that there is a penalty for not paying your quarterly taxes. But hey, some people just don't prefer to pay quarterly taxes, rather pay yearly and bite that penalty at the end of the year. It is what it is. And the penalty isn't that extensive to where it's gonna bankrupt you. Okay. Maybe a couple $100 if you just decide to hold your money into the end of the year to pay it. But then some people don't, are frugal with money. They don't want to give nobody, no extra nothing, okay? No extra fees or nothing like that, right? And drivers are that way too. That's why so many drivers can't really find a home, because everybody's trying to find out where they can get the cheapest deductions at. And they feel like every company out here is ripping them off and this, that, and the third. And it's an excuse on top of an excuse on top of an excuse. I always told people this, and I tell my kids this: your excuses only make you feel better. That's it. They don't hold no weight. They only temporary, and they just make you feel better for the moment. You feel me? I don't want to get in too deep about being in a relationship and then all this other stuff. And then, sexual relations is good. And then when the sexual relations is done, it's back to reality. We po, you know what I'm saying? Like, Reality is, so to me, that's what excuses are. You know what I mean? You can find some places that have lower deductions and expenses, less expenses to you. But, for every different tier or level that you think is going to be better, there's always some bullshit on the other side of the fence. All right. You're going to sacrifice one thing for another. It's just what it's going to be. So keep that in mind. But as far as 1099 goes, we don't offer that. So everything with us is W-2, which I was saying back to what I was saying is when I was on these social media pages on Facebook, it was interesting because they was offering the same thing I was offering at 1099 rate, and I'm offering it at a W-2 rate. Technically, most people offer higher wages at a 1099 rate because they compensate for the taxes that you have to pay or for you that you have to pull out. So they try to compensate for that by paying you more. But if you were a W-2 for them, they would pay you less. So, go figure. All right. So they're trying to compensate you for the taxes that you are going to have to pay. So technically, when they tell you, oh, we're going to pay you $2,000 1099 or $1,800 1099, if they was paying you W-2, it'd probably be like 15, right? Because when you pull your taxes, that's what it's at. So just something to keep in mind, informative information for you guys. But like I said, not telling you guys not to do it because at the end of the day, everybody has to do what's good for them. All right. Everybody got to do what's good for them. But back to us. So that's the team pay for it. Now let's get into some of the incentives, and every company has pros and cons. They do, even including Parks Motor Group, Inc. I'm real enough to come in and tell y'all that shit. Every company has pros and cons, including us. And we'll get into the specifics on that. But first, let's talk about bonuses, pros and cons on the bonuses. Okay. So the pros and cons on these bonuses is that each driver will receive $500 bonus each quarter. In case y'all don't know what quarters is, it's 4 of them in a year. Okay. Every 3 months is the end and beginning of a new quarter. So each quarter, each driver will receive a $500 incentive bonus. Now with these incentives, here's the pros. That was the pro. All right, that was the pro. Here's the con. The ways that you can lose this bonus is you have to, or the ways that you gain this bonus is, I should say, is that you have to be on time delivery, right? And by the way, this freight is forced dispatch, and I will get into a little bit here in a minute about the forced dispatch and then not so much of forced dispatch. I'll talk about it a little bit. But so you got to be on time for deliveries. All right. If you are late on any delivery due to any negligence on your part, meaning I woke up late, the alarm clock didn't work, the dog ate my alarm clock, the dog ate my phone, the dog chewed up the steering wheel, I couldn't drive, anything due to negligence on your behalf, you lose the bonus for the quarter. Now, notice I said for the quarter. So the next quarter you qualify for the bonus again. But for the quarter that you're currently in, 90 days, you wouldn't qualify if you were late on any loads that you were dispatched on that were due to you. Now, this doesn't mean if there's bad weather and you can't drive. No, we are a firm believer in if the road conditions is too unsafe to drive on, then to shut the truck down. We much prefer you be safe than to be sorry. All right. I don't want to receive the phone call. I decided to try to do this, and I go and check and see what the weather was like, and I get reports, and it's like, yo, you driving on ice, and you for what? Everybody else is shut down. It's icy conditions, it's snowy conditions, the road, it's a hazard. Shut it down. Okay? We can live to see a delay due to weather. Every company or every shipper receiver understands weather delays. They do. Okay? So that's one. All right. So what else was I going to say? As far as the delays. So weather delay, you would be excused from if the truck has a mechanical issue where it breaks down. You don't have to worry about you losing your bonus because of that. So it's a mechanical issue, something that, that was outside of your spectrum. All right. Or anything mechanical, meaning with the trailer or meaning with the tractor that is, out of your spectrum. So we understand that. But pretty much outside of that, unless it's traffic and there's an accident that has shut the highway down, but then that just falls into the play of communication, right? So you need to communicate that with dispatch. You need to communicate that with me so we can understand what's going on. But we won't understand you letting us know what happened when you're already, 2 hours behind. Oh yeah, so this is what happened. I ain't gonna fly. That won't fly. All right, so that's one way that you could lose your quarterly bonus. The next way is safety. All right, once again, keying on that we are big on safety. All right, so as long as you don't have any accidents, incidents, tickets, citations, any of that stuff, you will still qualify for your $500 bonus. Okay. If you get any of those things, then you don't qualify. You will disqualify for the quarterly bonus. All right. And last but not least is returning back from home time on time. All right. So if you return back from your home time as scheduled on time, then you will still receive your bonus. If you decide to return back from your home time a day later and it's not an emergency situation, like, hey, you was in the hospital and you got a note to back up what you're saying, then you will lose your quarterly bonus. All right. So in my opinion, I think that is very fair. Okay. It's not something that you have to flip over backwards for or do hoops. Basically, in a nutshell, it's you just doing your job, right? And doing your job the correct way, period. That's what it's about. All right. As long as you do your job and you do it to the fullest and in the correct way, you'll get your quarterly bonus every single quarter, $500. All right. And that's for each driver. So if you're a team, that's $1,000 each quarter. All right. The next bonus that we do offer is going to be Christmas bonus. Every Christmas, as long as you are with us prior to 90 days before Christmas, you will receive $500 Christmas bonus each driver. And this happens each year. Okay. Each year. If you come on with us and it's been under 90 days and Christmas rolls around, you will not receive the Christmas bonus until the following year. Okay. Pretty simple, I would like to say. All right. The next incentive that we do offer is the longevity incentive pay. Okay. How this works is that each year that you are with us on your anniversary, your salary will increase by $100 each week. All right. So for example, you come in as a solo driver with no hazmat, you start out at $1,700. Following year, you'll be at $1,800. Following year after that, you're at your 2-year anniversary, you'll be at $1,900. So on and so forth. This longevity increase has no cap. Okay. So you could be with us for 10 years. Say you came in and you never got a hazmat. You came in at $17. In 10 years, you'll be at $2,700 a week. Okay. So I like to offer this for the simple fact that the economy, right? So as far as we know that we have inflation every year, the economy goes up in inflation. So with inflation, we need to be on par with following the inflation itself and offering pay per the economy inflation. So we feel like $100 each year on your anniversary to your salary is a good benchmark. All right. Now, one way that you won't get this salary increase is if you leave Parks Motor Group and decide to come back. If you leave, your longevity, similar to seniority, you lose it. Okay. So it can't be like you worked for us for 3 years, you left, went to try to do something different, decided that you was going to come back and thinking that you're going to walk in the door still making what you made from your 3-year mark. Nope. You go right back down to the bottom tier. So something to think about before you decide to jet, especially if you've been with us for a while, and say, hey, I'm leaving, I'm out of here. Just understand, if you go wherever you're going and you don't like it and you decide to want to come back and reapply, you coming back at bottom. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Who's that? $5 super chat came in from Percy. Get the bag. Oh, let's bring. Matter of fact, I forgot I can do this. Let's bring it up. Appreciate the super chat right there. Anytime you guys send me a super chat, I'm gonna pull your comment up here on the screen and read it and give you love because I appreciate that. That's support right there. It says, "Damn, dude, you pay your drivers good." I try to. At least that's been my MO since I've been in this. And some people would say that I'm too friendly, and at times I feel them on that because at times I try to go above and beyond for drivers, and I get drivers that don't go above and beyond for me. You feel me? So at times I do feel like why these other companies don't do it like this. And the reason why is because drivers, for the most part, don't do what they're supposed to do. So companies don't want to throw them the bank. Right? So I feel like that also with the way that we have it structured is like you have the potential to make all kinds of money. All you have to do is do your job and do your job good and be safe, be on time, and return back from home time, and you will have no problems. You get your paycheck every week over here. Okay. Oh, speaking of, if you do decide to come, because this is important, I feel like it is important. If you do decide to come, it is a week in the hole over here if you're new joining us. Okay. So you're going to be somewhere between 7 to 10 days in the hole before you see your first check. All right. I want you guys to really take that into consideration because when you come over here and it's your first week, please do try to come with some type of money that can hold you for that period. All right. This ain't where you're going to just come in and you're going to make some quick money and then skedaddle, you know what I'm saying, within like a week or two. So you are a week in the hole when you come over here with us. All right. So I think that's important because I know some places like try to hide that. And then once you're in the seat, they let you know about it. And it's kind of like, damn, I wish you'd have let me know that I'm 7 days in the hole, 10 days in the hole before I see my first paycheck. So I think that's important to let people know that. Moving on along. So we talked about the bonuses and we talked about, now I don't think we talked about the home time. So let me tell you guys now, we're going to move on to the home time portion of it. So home time is you're out 3 weeks. And for each week that you're out for 3 week minimum. Okay. Each week that you're out, you accumulate 1 day of home time. All right. So that means if you decide to do the 3 week minimum, you after 3 weeks, you get 3 days off. Okay. Now how the off days work is we will give you 3 full days at home. No, it isn't going to be, you got home at 12 o'clock on Monday and now your clock, your day starts. If you get home at 12 o'clock on Monday, we're going to give you starting midnight, 12 o'clock on Tuesday, and you get a whole, so you'll be off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you'll return back, Friday type of situation. So we're going to make sure that we give you guys 3 full days. It's not partial or it is what I'm trying to say. Your day doesn't start as soon as you arrive home. Okay. It starts the following day after you've been home or as soon after you arrived home. So I think that's pretty solid. If you time it up right, you might be able to pull out 4 days, right? Just depends on how smooth you can do it. You know what I mean? If you get home at 8 o'clock on Monday, sheesh, my first day of home time don't start till Tuesday. Okay. You basically got 4 days out of it, right? Because you got Monday, you had all day Monday, you had all day Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you return back Friday. So if you play your cards right, you could actually pull 4 days out of it. All right. But also how our home time works is it is a use it or lose it system. All right. No, we don't buy back home time. We don't buy back unused days or any of that. Okay. It's a use it or lose it. So however many days you accumulate it, you have to use it all or you will lose it coming back out again. Your time starts all over again when you come back out. All right. And we only allow a maximum of 7 days off. So that means, what does this mean? If you're out for 10 weeks, you're not getting 10 days. All right. We only allow a maximum of 7 days with no rollover. Right. So that means if you're out for 10 weeks, then 3 days you're not going to get, period. You can utilize your 7, right? Because that's the max. That's all you can use, all right? Now, how this other part of it works, where it's the use it or lose it. Let's just say you've been out for 5 weeks. You have 5 days. You go home for 2-3 days. You get back on the road. You've lost those 2 days that you had accumulated because it's a use it or lose it system, all right? So I would suggest that you, for the time that you've accumulated or that you have, make sure that you're very mindful of that you take your time. Okay, when your time is there, you take your time, refreshing yourself, get back on the road, and get back to work doing your job and getting your good money. Now, while you're on these home times, you still will receive your salary because it's per you following the guidelines. All right, so if you've been out for 5 weeks, you go home for 5 days, you still receive your salary, period. All right. Now, here's the part. Here's one of the cons. If you stay home longer than the home time that you have accumulated, okay, say you got 5 days, or say you got 3 days accumulated, you want to stay home an additional day or two. Or one, if you stay home an additional day or two, you know that you're going to lose your quarterly bonus. Okay. 2 is your salary will be prorated. We're not going to pay you a full salary for you to be sitting at the house. We're not going to do that. So what we would do is we would take your salary, divide it by 7. It will give us a daily number, and you will get that number times however many days that you were back in the truck rolling. All right. I think that's very fair. Some people don't think it's fair. I've heard all kinds of scrutiny about the options that I have going on. It's, oh, you trying to make people slaves? Who stays out 3 weeks and does this and goes home for 3 days? What other companies is paying you to be off when you're going home? You know what I'm saying? Who else is paying you that? So if you're out for 5 weeks and you're home for 5 days, you don't miss a paycheck. Those other companies, you out for 5 weeks, they're going to pay you for the 5 weeks you're out, and in the 5 days you're at home, they ain't cutting you shit. Who else is doing that? I think that's pretty dope. But hey, to each their own. That's why I think in this video I labeled, it ain't going to be for everybody. It won't. This opportunity, some people's going to find flaw in it. Some people's going to find what won't work for them. And we cool with that. All right. We are perfectly fine with you thinking that this is some type of slave ship or whatever. We good. But I can tell you right now, the numbers that I just gave, teams are making each over $100,000 a piece as W-2s. Solo drivers at $1,700, including his bonuses, he's making close to $90,000. If you got your hazmat, you making $106,000. Not to mention if you snatch in your bonuses, you almost at about $109,000 with a hazmat. The only place that's offering something else like that, what, UPS's on the union? Oh, we got a super chat came in. Let me get this one up here. Pull it to the front. JB, stop it, Rich. I hope I said that right. Or is it stupid, Rich? We'll take that. Where are you based out of? Charlotte, North Carolina. We're based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Some people have also asked, what would we be pulling? It would be a variation between reefer or drive-in. Just depends on what trailer options are available at the time of you joining us. Okay. But if, you want to pull reefer and there's no reefers available, then you'll pull a drive-in for now until some more reefers become available. Then we'll put you on reefer. Okay. Exactly. I see you in here, doggy. I'm going to pull you up. A trucker named Jay with 1 year experience, dog. With 1 year experience. So check this out. We're going to get back to talking about it a little bit. But on this venture that I'm doing right now, I have to get insurance on my trucks First time I've ever had to do this, right? Any of the other carriers that I've ever been to, I had utilized their insurance coverages from the carrier. Well, this new thing I'm doing, I had to put coverage on my trucks, right, that I'm leasing. And we ain't just talking about bobtail or non-trucking. I had to get the whole shebang, okay? Outside of the trailer, cargo, and all that shit. Carrier covers that. But I had to get the physical damage and the non-trucking on all these trucks. Now, the insurance company I'm with, you know what I'm saying, they will take drivers that are, 6-7 months experience, 8-9 months experience that I can put on my insurance. But what it does to me is it raises my rates like through the fucking roof. All right. Every insurance company out here pretty much wants to see a driver with 2 years or more driving experience for the rate to be pretty, decent, I will say. Not to say that it's low, but I will say that it's decent. And if you have less than that, guess who takes the hit on the chin for that? This guy. But then yet people will say that, oh, these companies are getting over on you and this, that, and third. Do you know what I'm paying in insurance for you to be in this truck? God forbid you mess up and crash my truck or get in an accident. Guess what? My rates go up. And guess who takes that hit on the chin? This guy. This guy. So to all the people that think that companies shouldn't be making the amount that they making, I would say that a lot of y'all don't understand what happens in the back office, because most of y'all run one truck operation anyway. And it's a lot easier to maintain a one truck operation than it is to maintain a fleet of trucks, regardless if you leasing them or if you own them. Still is the same. Where some of these people fail to realize that. They think that it's just a stroke of a pen. I would love to see their asses stroke the pen, but they won't sign up for nothing because they ain't ready for it. But they can talk a good game. They run their mouth pretty deep and heavy, but they not ready to step up and do the big boy shit. Sound good, but that mouthpiece, you ain't ready for it. All right, so just stay over there in your lane and stay out the way. Okay, that's what I say. What we say to him, Lo?
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, drop the ball, boy. Woo. Just having fun with it. So, back to what I was saying about the position that we offer. Where did I leave off at? So I think I want to say I left off talking about the home time. All right. Outside of that, that pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. Some people will ask, is this forced dispatch? Yes. Oh, now let's talk about that. Forced dispatch it is. But if your dispatcher gives you something and you look at the weather radar and you see that it is 100 feet of snow there, or they're planning on getting 100 feet of snow there in the next coming day or by the time you arrive, and because the dispatchers are going to know from me, like everything is forced dispatch, but you can call me and say, hey, listen, LoShawn, I do not feel safe going there. I checked the weather and it in a day, by the time I get there, they are planning on getting a blizzard, or the roads are iced up there. I would much prefer to go, a different direction if you don't mind. I don't mind contacting dispatch and say, listen, find them a different load, take them a different direction. Because that's the one thing I don't want to do, is put you in a position that you're uncomfortable in, and then you get up there because you felt forced to do it and you have an accident. All right. Accidents are expensive. I've talked about that on my channel here, from me having 2 rollovers. I've had 2 rollovers since I've had this fleet. 3 years. Okay. 2 rollovers and basically 2 abandonments. And none of this shit is fun or cheap at all. So before I put you in a situation and it's a situation that you're not comfortable with, all you got to do is get on the phone, and if dispatch tells you to take this and you like, nah, I'm not comfortable, Then if they keep trying to force you, like, listen, I'm going to call LoShawn. I'll have LoShawn give you a call. Give me a call. I'll call dispatch and say, listen, let's find them a different direction. Shouldn't be a problem. All right. But if it is clear and sunny out there and you talking about, I don't feel like going up there, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Also, speaking of, we do have a basically, should I call it one and done? Nah, I call it two and done. We do have a thing in place where it is salary manipulation. Yeah, salary manipulation. What does this mean, Lo? What is salary manipulation? If dispatch sees you, it gave you a load, and you're taking an enormous amount of time, taking your sweet ass time on a load that should have been delivered, 700 miles. It could have been delivered in a day and a half, and it's taking you 2.5 days to do it, 3 days to do it. And dispatch gives me the word and says, hey, such and such driver is moving rapidly slow. Okay. We're going to give you a phone call, have a conversation with you, and figure out what the problem is. The first one is a slap on the wrist. Okay. All right. That's on us. Shame on me. The second one is shame on you. You do it again after the first time. The second one is termination. The first one will be a written warning. And we will also let you know at that time that you do this again, where you're not running your clock to its full potential, we will be parting ways with you. Okay, we're paying very well. Once again, we expect you to do your job, and we're gonna do our part. But we won't tolerate somebody who's trying to manipulate the salary and getting the pay that they get and try to slow pode it and chill out and not do their clock. One time, slap on the wrist warning. Second time, you're terminated. Simple. Okay. So on a lot of this stuff, I've already experienced with this because I dealt with this when I was with RST pulling their stuff and we was on salary. So this is the second time around. The first time around that I did this, I was inexperienced in it. So I've seen some stuff already. I've experienced some stuff. So there ain't too much that any of these drivers or any driver out here can do that I haven't seen. Okay. We can see it all. I can tell it all. The ELD is telling it all, letting us know like what you're doing as far as mileage, how long you sitting somewhere, like what are we doing? Okay. Communication is key over here with us. You communicate, you won't have any problems. You don't communicate, there's going to be problems, and you won't last long here at all. You'll be gone so fast, you'll be able to speak to your breeze. Whew. I couldn't even talk to him. I might as well just sit here and talk to his breeze. All right. So just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Good money over here. Don't end up with your thumb up like this in this song playing. Because you failed to do the right thing. Like a Spike Lee joint. Don't let that one go over your head. All right, so look, we're going to pull up some questions right now. Anybody got any questions down in the comment section right now? We will answer them. I currently have, I want to say 3 trucks, but also I got 2 inquiries today. So this is a first come, first serve. Okay. No, Lo ain't holding trucks for nobody no more. I did that before in the past. And guess what? When I held trucks, people ended up no call, no show. Can't find them no more. This is a first come, first serve. You serious about getting the job? You're going to contact us, and let's go ahead and hit them with how they can contact us. Okay, now what? I thought you would ask that. Scroll it down the bottom, right there. You can send us an email, info@driveforpmg.com, or call us at 1-833-525-4764. Not only that, but I will throw it up here. Do I got it? I don't got it. I thought I would have had it by now. I'm lacking. Okay, I'm lacking. I can create one here real quick. Let's do it. No, we don't want it there. Okay, right here. Info can't believe I'm looking here. I really don't have this banner. Unfreaking real. Info at my bad. Drive for PMG.com. And I'm gonna throw this, add this banner. And where is that? Where are you at? Okay, right there. All right. So there you go. Biggest Stuttgart. Right there. That is how, matter of fact, let's change this. Can I edit this? Oh, I can. Okay, dope. Dope. Okay. All right, let's go here like this. Let's put a couple of bigger letters in there, and then bang, 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 and then doom, doom, doom. All right, that should be good. Scroll down, save, and there you go. Put it out there. There you go. Easier to see. Big as hell. Okay. If you blind and you still can't see this, I don't know what else to tell you. God damn. Throwing them bifocals. Big as hell. Info at driveforpmg.com. When you send an email over to us, make sure that you let us know if you're a solo driver. Also, let us know if you have hazmat or you do not have hazmat. And if you're a team, let us know if you are a team with hazmat or a team without hazmat. Okay. Once again, if one of you have hazmat and the other doesn't have hazmat, you guys are a team without hazmat. Until the other one gets hazmat, then you guys are a team with hazmat. Okay. Reiterating the pay again, solo driver gets $1,700 salary per week with no hazmat. With a hazmat, $2,000 per week with the hazmat. I just said that twice. For a team, $2,200 per driver per week without a hazmat, and $2,500 per driver per week with hazmat. All right. The opportunity is yours, man. We will do interviews. We will do over the phone interview to see if you are a good fit for us. Qualifications, 1 year OTR driving experience. All right. If you have about 9 months, I might be able to work with you. All right. But you got to be accident free, no incidents, no citations, no nothing. If you got 9 months. All right. You got to be super clean. All right. A clean MVR, clean DAC report, clean PSP. All right. No, I'm not going to take you if you abandon the truck. No, I'm not going to take you if you left a carrier and they got a judgment on you. Okay. I'm not going to take you if I read a DAC report and I see where you damaged equipment and you just bounced on them. No, I'm not taking you. Okay. So don't even apply. No, I'm not going to take you if when I do a phone interview with you, the first thing that comes out your mouth is yo low or yo bruh. Not taking you. Okay. You guys wouldn't speak to the mega carriers like that when you guys call in for a job. So you're not going to speak to me like that when you call in. Just because you see me on YouTube, you think that you can just speak to me any type of way you call me, or if I do an over phone interview with you and it is, what up, low? Or what up, bruh? Or bruh. Yeah, man. Hey, say bruh. And hanging up. Disqualified. Have some professionalism to yourself. Okay? Treat this as you would treat it if you went to try to apply for Snyder, as you would have tried to apply for Prime. You wouldn't say that to the Prime recruiters. Hey, say there, bruh. You ain't doing none of that. So why you going to do that with me? I'm letting you know now. So when y'all share this video out, or y'all tell people about it, or if you watching this and you interested, you come in correct and you don't have some type of educational literature to your conversation, you're gonna hear a hang up. It's what it's gonna be. Next customer, or next customer, but next driver. Not doing it. Because what I've come to find out is when you allow people to talk to you like that, they start thinking y'all are friends. And if they come in with the friend mentality, they're gonna treat you like y'all are equal when they come in. And I'm letting you know right now, we not of equal. I will fire. Okay? Would not care about what situation you have going on. You're going to respect what we have going on, or you can exit stage left. And that's just how it's going. Questions, comments, concerns down there in the chat. Is there anything? Let me bring this one. I've seen this one here. Trucker Lee says, will you do doubles and triples in the future? No. I really do think that we are done. We're not completely done with the UPS situation, but since UPS Freight did get bought out, it's just the unknown. So plus we have other options there that are a lot more better, especially with me now getting my own insurance on these trucks instead of using other carriers' insurance. I have the power to kind of like move around how I like. And y'all already know, well, maybe not. I don't know. Some of these situations that I'm gonna be involved with is kind of good situations for us and for the drivers. But you gotta know when you're getting in your own insurance, what's the next step? Your own fucking authority, right? Hey, watch out now there, Walter. All right, I'm looking in the chat. I'm looking at chat currently right now. If you got a question that you need me to answer, drop it. All right, this is your time to ask your question. Don't be afraid. This is the time. Anything that you may have walked in here late, you didn't hear what's going on, anything that you may have a concern with about I feel like I covered pretty much everything. But if not, get down in the chat and let me know something that you may want me to cover. New to the channel, let me pull this up. This is my new thing. I'm gonna pull the comment up whenever somebody has a question. New to the channel, do you do flatbed? We don't do flatbed at all. We used to do flatbed when we was with RST, but we stopped doing that, Rick. My man right here says, oh, that's my man Brian. What's on, Brian? He says, Mr. Parks, call me if you have any other abandonments. I got you, Brian. I know you recovering trucks, abandonments? Cameras. Okay, here we go. Bring this up. Cameras in the trucks. So yes, there will be cameras in the trucks. They are not driver facing. They are forward facing. So they face out towards the road. But as everyone knows, I will put this out there. If you playing with your phone, the camera can pick up your reflection off of the glass. All right. So don't be that guy who gets picked up the reflection of you being on the phone. Automatic termination. Just know that. Automatic termination. If you are picked up on that reflection playing with your phone. Good question though. Yes, but they are forward facing cameras, not driver facing. What is Jay talking about here? Let's see. When you go in public, if ever. Oh, you talking about like trade? Talking about like on stock market? That what you talking about, Jay? Probably never. Probably never. If that's what you're asking me. Here's another question. Do you have a mentorship? I do not. I used to mentor. I don't mentor. I have way too much going on. I don't have enough time to do mentorship. You can pick up the information right here off my YouTube channel. I have a total of 229 videos. 229 videos for you to take a look at. But no, I don't do mentorship any longer. Are you talking about age requirement, Jay, as far as like how old you have to be? 23. Ooh, let's read this one. Man, it says, most drivers don't act professional because most companies allow drivers to act as such. Yeah, well, this is definitely not one company. I'm not going to allow you to be unprofessional. Unprofessional towards customers, unprofessional towards receivers, unprofessional towards anybody with the carrier that we will be working with, unprofessional towards us. You will get a warning. And the second one is you're out of here. Okay. You be the professional. Somebody's sitting there yipping and yelling at you. Be the professional about it. I always told y'all, man, sticks and stones hurt bones. You know, words don't hurt nothing. Laugh it off. Keep it moving. Don't let somebody cause you to lose your job because of something they said to you. Like, come on, man. You got a family or you got obligations to people. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay on your toes. Bro, just purchase a truck in a different state. Okay, let me see this one. Bro, just purchased a truck in a different state. Why does it cost so much for taxes, titles, and transfer? That's state specific, man. Michael, that's state specific. It just depends on what that state is that you're getting the title through. I mean, not the title, but the tags and title and transfer and all that stuff. That's state specific, man. So I don't know where you got that from. That what I'm saying, your title and stuff like that. It's just state specific. How many trucks do I have now? I have 11. I just picked up 3. I was at 8. And we have like 2 trucks that's open. We will be getting more. We will be getting more in the next 30 days or so. But that's what we have open for right now. And this job opportunity isn't going to last long. I can tell you that right now. Oh, let's hear what this says. I would apply, but I'm getting surgery soon and will be out of work for 3 to 4 weeks. I don't want to take someone else's spot. That's cool. When you finish your surgery, David, if everything is clean, we're going to be here. We're going to be here for sure. I remember the one. Okay. I am going to have a buddy of mine who's he has a fleet of box trucks who's going to come on here and actually talk to y'all about box trucks and fleets and stuff like that with box trucks and getting contracts. But do you think box truck driving is a good thing to get into? Shit, my man Chris is killing it doing that. So I'll be bringing him onto this podcast probably in the next couple of months to discuss that and give those who are interested in box trucks some information. All right, what Jay in here talking about? Random personal question for me. How much easier is running the business with the wives' assistance versus by yourself? Oh, it's a lot easier, Jay. Listen, you want to be able to get your wife to assist you because, bruh, all the stuff I had to take care of this week, if my wife wouldn't have helped me, like as far as getting the new the handbook and the guidelines for the company drivers done, and also helping out with some of these 1099s that we had to do a correction on because our accountant pretty much jacked off the 1099s this year, bro, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So it's really important to have your wife or significant other be a big help to you, because she will be a big help to you. At the same time, even with her helping, you're still going to need additional help, like through an outsource, like through maybe like a Paychex, an ADP, a payroll service of your choice, QuickBooks and all that stuff. You're still going to need help on the outside. But yeah, your significant other, you should want to get them involved in it. So then if anything was ever happen to you, they understand how to run the business. Shay, you said they miserable. Hey, y'all already know what it is. Moderators, blocking season. We don't play games over here, man. You come over here with foolishness. What we tell y'all could take that shit way the fuck over there to those foolishness channels. I'm not dealing with it here, bro. And you will not be reinstated. So moderators, if y'all see them, block them. Normally my wife be on block point. Okay. She'll block you out of here quick. We're not going to play games with you. You come over here. This is a place of learning. This is a place of getting wisdom as far as the trucking industry goes. We're not over here with the silly shit. All right. You can take that over there where they kiki, ha, and laugh it up. I'm not dealing with that shit. And you will get blocked and you will get booted. Simple as that. We're not going to deal with it. So moderators, you deem it to be unprofessional. Bye. Okay. Look, like this comment right here. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the name. All right, let's pull them to the forefront. Look at the name. Roy Old Timer Trucker. What a stupid name, right? Parks Motor Group sounds like a good candidate for crap company of the week. Okay. The unnecessary comment, dog. Like, and then you only got a picture. You just bye. All right, let's see. Does drivers have to pay for plane ticket? No, we will pay for their plane ticket. Okay. If you do have to pay for it out up front, out of pocket, then we will reimburse you for it. Okay, we will reimburse you for it. Also, speaking of, Jay, you just brought me to another point. We will have an escrow for company drivers. Okay. How that escrow works is it's $100 a week for 10 weeks. Goes into escrow. That escrow is your money. I have no interest of wanting to have that money at all. Not for a slight bit. I don't want your money. The only time I want your money is if you do not return my truck back to me in the same shape and fashion that I gave it to you. Okay? Also, for company drivers, you must give a 2 weeks notice if you want to see your escrow back. You do the proper thing. You give a 2 weeks notice. You return the truck where I gave it to you at. Nothing's broke on it. Everything's good. You'll get your escrow back of $1,000. You don't do all this, you can say goodbye to your escrow. So I think it's fair. And anybody who thinks that it's not fair, once again, this may not be the place for you. Okay. 401k matching, not at this time. We are going to offer 401k, but right now we are not going to offer the 401k matching at all. But maybe soon in the future. Ooh, y'all are flying these questions through here. I'm trying to get to them. Keep up the good work. You'll be just like Rob Lowe. When he was at 150 trucks, he said he'll catch up with the major carriers. I have faith you'll be there one day. I appreciate that, Donald. I mean, that's always a goal, is to try to pass it down to the next generation, my children. What is this? $1,700 a week salary is garbage. Not only that, but you micromanaging too. Nah, bro, I'm good. You're a company driver. This is what I'm talking about. These are the simplicity, mind thinking people, drivers in the industry. This is why companies don't really they don't pay attention to drivers. This is the mind thinking of this individuals right here that think like this. You're a company driver who does not pay for fuel, does not pay for insurance, does not pay for shit on that truck. And for you to sit there and say $1,700 and you don't even have a hazmat. You're limited. And to make $1,700 salary is too low for you a week. Please, you can head back home, work local, and tell me how that works out for you. And tell me what local friends of yours, as a company driver working local, make $1,700. Okay? Period. Foolishness. This is the foolishness that drivers come with. This is why companies will look at it and be like, you know what? It's not for you, buddy. But yet you come over here with the name Jamal Kibble. Bro, you must be new here, bro. I listen. I got time. All right. I'm here to help those that want to get help. If my moderators don't get rid of you and I read the comment, dog, I got time to be on joke time too. You're not taking any applications for drivers in California? Yes, Cutoff. We are. We do. I don't know if it's been asked. Let me pull your question up. I don't know if it's been asked, but what states do you hire out of? All 48. All 48 states. Come one, come all. What my man Z say? It says, is the sky for your fleet, or is there a cutoff of trucks you want to keep? Nah, the sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. Biggie. All right, I see you, Dominique, where you say you love to hear about box trucks. We're gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring my partner on here, and he does real well in that. Oh man, you guys are fluttering the questions. Let me see. What up, man? I see you in the building. Jay Walker, go Bucks. You already know what it is, Buck Nation. Congrats on the growth, brother. 120 watching, 46 likes. Come on, good people, hit that like button. Listen, Freddie, you know they ain't gonna do that. You know why they ain't gonna do that? Because that's too much of doing the right thing. The like button is absolutely free. They ain't gonna do what's free. No, they won't do that. Why they don't? Because that makes too much sense. That makes too much sense, man. Automatic transmission trucks, yes. Yep, automatics. All automatics. Got a pet policy or rider policy? We do. If you have a rider, you do have to fill out a form. That rider is not included on the insurance. I want to let you know. So if anything does happen to that rider, we're not responsible for them. As far as a pet policy goes, we don't mind a pet. Just understand that if your pet does create any damage, you are responsible for paying for that. It will be payroll deducted. Well, thank you. Rose Bell says, sounds like good pay to me. Dude, listen, if I had 1 year experience, right, coming in the industry, and this was offered, I'm there. What we talking about, man? I'm fucking there. The mega carriers ain't offering this. Other places that are offering this is offering 1099. Who's offering $1,700 with no hazmat as a W-2 position? Who's offering $2,000 with the hazmat W-2 with 1 year of experience? Like, who's offering that? But then yet you got the guys that come in here and they say, this sounds like crap. and they really say that, and they making like $1,300, and they'll sit there and tell you that it sounds like crap. Sure it does, buddy. To make $1,700 salary and not have to pay for fuel is a diamond in the rough. That's why I'm surprised that only comes with a 1 year requirement. Yeah, Corey. I mean, you know how things go with businesses, right? It's always great in the beginning until what? Somebody comes through and fucks it up. We're going to hope that nobody comes through and fucks it up for everybody. Yeah. That's what we're looking forward to. All right, what Jay said? Damn show ain't. What Jay, what question you asked, Jay? Oh, here's a question right here. Let me get this. Do you have videos on how you obtained your trucks? I have one video when I first got the 5 trucks that I got. Then I have another video, I think previous to that, where I had got my first truck, which I got my first truck because I was teaming with Trucker Brown. And then I used that money to go and get my first truck. But I lease all my trucks. Like, I'm not saying that I lease them to people because we don't even do that anymore. But what I'm saying is that I lease my trucks from a third party. And I'm not big on, like, the third party, everybody has spoken about it before. It's just that I don't get paid by them to advertise for them. And as y'all can see, I don't really like advertising for nobody's shit except for mine because I'm not getting paid. If somebody comes to me with some money and wants me to advertise, then we can make a deal done, right? But I don't advertise for people, even services that I get, unless they're paying me, period. Because I'm all about $1. I don't give a fuck about no 50 cent, bro. Show me the money, Jerry Maguire style, and we can make some shit happen. I hope I ain't missing some of y'all questions, man. This shit is so many questions. Let me see. You gonna get this 1099 fucking Hey, listen, like I said earlier, 1099 isn't all bad. Okay, as long as you have good discipline with your money and you know how to put away for taxes. That's it to it. But if you don't have good money management and you don't know how to save up, yeah, the 1099 shit'll hurt you. But there's nothing wrong with it if you're disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And let's keep it a buck. Most truck drivers aren't. And that's just being honest. Most truck drivers are not disciplined with money. Make some of the best money in the world and they be going paycheck to paycheck. How the fuck that work? I can't explain it. They be making, $1,500, $1,600, $1,200. To make $1,200 after taxes for a person back locally, they may have to make that in like a week or two, and truck drivers would be sitting there. I don't make $1,700 ain't enough. Go tell that to people working locally in your town. That $1,700 a week ain't enough. People will kill you behind that. Crazy. Go tell that to the person working at Walmart. Go tell that to the mom, the single parent mother who's working 2 jobs. that $1,700 a week take home or $1,700 a week after before taxes ain't enough money. She'll look at you like you fortune. What Jay did, advertise for me. I need a team. Hey, listen, Jay said he need a team. All right, that's my man, trucker named Jay. He got a channel. All right, on YouTube. It's called Trucker Named Jay. Jay, if you want to drop your email, he can. We'll let him slide in here today, Shay. Jay, drop your email in there. He need a team, y'all. Anybody looking for 1099? I'm W2. Jay is 1099. You feel me? So for all those who want the 1099 deal, I got partners that I can refer you to. I'll refer you to my partner, Jay. Go see Jay. He got you on the 1099 deal. All right. As soon as he decide that he want to slide his email down there for y'all to contact him, that's the deal. Me, I offer W-2. I'm for the people that want us to pull the taxes out and pay their taxes forward for them. Okay. And he's paying 82 cents a mile, $10.99. All right. I just want him to know that at the end of the month, don't worry, I'm gonna invoice you, dog. Don't worry, dog. I got an invoice coming right your way in a month. Matter of fact, Shay, I need you to write up an invoice for Jay. Okay, we gonna need that. Okay, invoice, blank check, bro. We ain't even put no figure on there. We just need you to know what to drop. If I hired, let's see what this is. If I hired on, how soon do you need the U.S. to start? I guess you meant us, Daniel. If you were to send us an email and we get back to you today, as being Friday, we get back to you Monday. Normally takes about a week process. Okay, so probably somewhere about the following Monday, we could have you flown out to get the truck. Jay is giving out all kinds of money. He says a $2,500 sign-on bonus. Well, I'll be damned. Hey, there y'all go. Michael Carter, what's going on, man? Big ups to you, man. Says greetings, hashtag PMG family. Like and share. I appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that $5 super chat, my man. Wait, 1,700 post-tax. Hold on, what's this? Post-tax or net? No, this is $1,700 a week salary net. Remember that you get 1,700. Look, do y'all need me to pull up a calculator? In case some of y'all are forgetting. And we're talking about a person with 1 year of experience. Like I said, once again, it's not for everybody. If you've been driving for 72 goddamn years, and you feel like you deserve $7,200 a mile, then you need to go and find that place that's going to offer you $7,200 a mile, and you need to find the place where you can make that. Okay. I'm not looking. I don't. I've said this before. Just because you've been in this industry for umpteen years, I don't pay you per your experience, bro. I don't. Okay, I don't care if you've been in it for 15 years. I don't care if it's been 1 year and you take the opportunity. Like I said, we give $100 salary increase each year. If you, after 5 years of you being here and you have a hazmat, which the incentive, the reason why we pay more for that is the incentive for you to go and get your hazmat. Okay, that is the purpose of it. We pay more for people who have hazmat because it is an incentive for you want to make more money, go get your hazmat. But after 5 years, a solo driver has been here for 5 years can make $2,500 salary take home. And by that time, we probably will have benefits, matching 401k, all of that shit by then. Like, I think a lot of you guys are missing the picture here. Okay, I'm a small carrier first and foremost. I have a total of 11 trucks. I am not a mega carrier. I do not have 100 trucks. I do not have 200 trucks. So no, I am not paying out the wazoo, or I'm not going to pay what people who have 200 plus trucks is paying. Not doing it. All right. This is what it is. And the longer that you're with us, to show your loyalty or longevity, you will reap the benefits. That's what it is. Once again, if it ain't for you, deuces. I don't get why people make it sound like, oh, I ain't supposed to do nothing. This is my company. This is my opportunity that I am offering people. If it ain't for you, push on. Maybe you can reference somebody. Maybe you can let somebody know. Because guess what? Just because it ain't for you doesn't mean it won't be for somebody else. That's a fact. Some of y'all drivers are unrealistic. I was going to name this video, drivers are unrealistic. I was going to name it that because y'all want to make all the money from these carriers. If as a company driver, let alone to even mention that, as a company driver, y'all want to make all of this money and the carrier is not supposed to make shit. Leave it up to y'all. But they're supposed to take on all the expenses. They're supposed to take on the fuel. They're supposed to keep the maintenance up on the truck. They're supposed to be making the truck payment. And y'all are just supposed to be making a whopping amount of money. If y'all are making the whopping amount of money, how do you expect us to stay in business to pay you? How do you expect us to keep you in equipment going down the road? Well maintained. This is the unrealistic, like I said, I almost named this video unrealistic expectations by drivers because some of y'all are unrealistic. Unrealistic. This ain't no lease opportunity. This is a company driving position. You do your job, you make your paycheck. It's that simple. Been watching you since the prime flatbed days. You really have came a long way, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I want y'all to be realistic here. Now, if I would have said, oh, you're a lease operator, and I'm paying you $1,700 salary a week as a lease operator, you might have some leeway to have a complaint here. But I'll tell you what, take your ass over to Prime and do 48 cents a mile. And then I have my driver compare his paycheck to a driver over there at Prime. And then you'll see that the Prime driver did more miles than my driver did, and my driver came out better. Oh, I've been on for 84 minutes. My wife just gave me a time update. I was only supposed to do an hour. But, so I'm about to get up off of here, man. I can get on here and get to going. Why? Because my mic sound nice. My background look good. You feel me? All right? But for anybody that is interested in this position, please do send us an email, info@drive4pmg.com, or you can call us Monday through Friday, business hours, 8 to 5. 1-833-525-4764. Got a super chat just came through. Shit, I can't leave just yet. How much does one truck make a year? How much does one truck make a year? I appreciate the $19.99. It all depends. It all depends. You could have a truck that ran phenomenal that year, and you can make some good money. You got a truck that was a complete nightmare mechanically wise, and it just cost you a lot of money off that one truck. So I would like to answer that, but it is a loaded question, and it all depends on, the driver that you got in that truck, the maintenance that's going on with that truck, a lot of different factors. There's no cut dry answer for you on that. Appreciate the super chat though, man. Shouts to you. All right, let's get a couple more of these questions. Shall we get up help? All right, we get up out here at 1:30. Hour and 30 minutes, so we got 3 more minutes. What's good money with as a company driver, 6 months experience? What's good money with as, I guess you mean to say what's good money for a company driver with 6 months experience? Shit, anywhere you can get in, that's going to allow you to operate. I mean, you still got to get your feet wet. 6 months ain't really nothing, man. 6 months ain't really nothing. Really, a lot of places don't want to start touching you too about nowadays a year. Before, when I first started trucking, it was 2 years. 2 years or better. You weren't touching you. Super chat came in. My man Jordan Cadet. I hope I said that right. $5 super chat, or Jordan's. Says, I'm not good enough to drive for you, but I support your work. Whoa, excuse you first, the hand clap. And why are you not good enough to drive for me? That I'm confused on that one. Is it you got some accidents, you got some incidents, or some citations, or is it because you haven't met like a year mark yet? I'd be interested to know that one. All right, so is there any other questions? We got about another minute and a half. Did I skip over? I know I skipped over a lot, y'all. Been a long time, Lo. How's the family and your health? Family is doing good. My health is great. Thank you for asking. Proud of you, boss. Don't pay those fools. No, I like this one. Proud of you, boss. Don't pay these fools no mind. They low-minded. That's a fact, man. They are. People expectations. Like, if you want to make $1 gajillion, man, go out and buy your own truck, man. Get your own authority. Do your own thing. Stop relying on a company to pay you $1 gajillion goddamn dollars, man. If you want that type of money, go do your own thing, man. Create your own wave, your own path, all of that. But don't come to somebody else's establishment thinking that you just gonna crack the bank on them. Especially as a company driver. They ain't doing that shit, man. Get real. Be realistic. Stop being unrealistic. And I'm sure there is opportunities out here that'll throw y'all. I'm not one of them. Okay. I'm a small fleet. I don't have over 100 trucks. I got 11 trucks. Okay. But that's going to do it for me today, y'all. All right. Before we get up out of here, let's hit them with it.
Thank you for listening to the Trucking with LoShawn Parks podcast show. Be sure to like, share, and hit that subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on IG at LoShawn Parks and Facebook LoShawn Parks. Until next episode, keep it trucking.
All right, I rock with each and every one of y'all, man. I will catch y'all on the next live I do. It'll probably be a little while. I got some stuff I got to handle, but I'll stay posted. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, as you heard, at LoShawn Parks. Follow me on Facebook, LoShawn Parks. And until the next episode, man, y'all stay trucking. Bomb!